Hello everyone. Today I am doing a flip through of my most recently completed journal. This journal I bought from Ali. She recently changed her name and I think it's called Faithful Journaling Company. But I'll have the link below to her Etsy shop. And it was made from a little golden book with 8 signatures. And I do have a flip through on my channel of it when it was blank. And as you can see, it has quite the gator mouth. I don't mind that. The only thing I do mind is like putting them on the shelf. It's not always easy, but I think most of my journals kind of end up looking like this. So it's fine. And this was about 4 months worth of journaling on here. And the intro page I made with this, I made like a current favorites, name and age, and I made this with, I think from a kids encyclopedia, and then I sewed around it with the tea dyed paper, and then I put a picture of me here that I took to actually draw a self-portrait. So I took a selfie for that, but I liked how my hair looked, so I just stuck it on there. And then here I put the thank you card that came with the journal and the receipt and her little business card. And then my daughter made me this bracelet and I never really wear it. So I just put it on here. And then my other daughter made me a little drawing. So there's lots of those in here throughout my journal from her. And then my son, he scribbled on this and he said, I love you. So my daughter started to write I love you on it. And then a thank you note from another purchase that I got some like journaling goods. And then this is a handwritten note. I love my husband, and then he wrote me back. And a journal that I made for my sister. At the dance studio that my daughter goes to, they had thank you cards just to write thank you cards to the parents, and then she wrote me a thank you card, and that's what this is, and it's super cute. We made chocolate with a home make your own chocolate kit, and so I kept the instructions and part of the box to use as a tuck spot, and then I put the pictures here as a little flip. Here I have an entry from a Friendsgiving, and I think I have a journal with me video so you can see how I put this together if you're interested. I have 3 recipe cards here for recipes that I took to this little get together, and then I took one of their little like labeling cards and I used it as journaling, and this was at my sister-in-law's house. And then I saved the cheese packaging for some brie bites that I took. And yeah, what else? I just did some journaling on a napkin from the party, and I just put things that I am grateful for. Here I used a printable doily as a little flip, and then I have a flip here, and then another printable doily that I use for journaling. And I can't remember who's this, which shop I got this from, but I'll put a couple of links in the description from where I usually get my printable doilies. And then this was a leaf that that I kept from a hike or from a walk with my kids. What is this? This was just a little get together with the elementary girls club for our homeschooling group, and they did some sidewalk painting, and then they played in the park. So that's what this entry is. And then here we went out to eat and then went out for dessert, and then I just did a little bit of journaling about that. I didn't cover this because I liked the message, especially the one I highlighted, and the illustration is super cute, so I didn't cover it. And then here I journaled about this poem and how I like it. Here I have a strip of some cookies, the Siete cookies. If you've never had them, you should go ahead and try them because they're really delicious. and they're pretty clean too, and their packaging is so cute, so I saved part of that there. Here I have some notes from my girls, and then some pictures about my sister coming over with her four-wheeler. Here I have a note from my husband that he left us one morning, a sticker from an order, and then just some packaging and little doodles that my daughter made. I saved this caramel egg because it was the first time she's had like a Cadbury egg, and basically her face was like, what is this delicious magical thing? So I thought it was cute. And then this packaging is cute. Some washi tape swatches. Then here it's just like I made some I make like these chocolate chip cookies, and normally I just put chocolate chips, but sometimes we'll throw M&Ms in there, even though I try to not eat red 40 or anything, or you know, try to eat clean. So anyways, I saved it because it was cute and it was for Valentine's Day, so I let them have their pink and red M&Ms. And then I made a vanilla cake. You know how things usually come with a recipe on the box or the packaging, so I actually made the vanilla cake that was with the vanilla extract packaging, and it came out really good. So I saved the recipe and then saved the box for some journaling. And then this is from my girls love the banana bread that I make, and so they saved bananas and then labeled the bag and said nobody touch these bananas because they have to get ripe for some banana bread. And I have this little thing that came with their, what is it, the Instax, I think. It had little frames and they didn't use them, so I used them in my journals for little pockets. And then here I just have a cute little drawing. This tab is from a Love Avery box. I cut it because I like the colors, and then I just used it as a little tab. But it does make me wonder how crazy we are sometimes with saving every little bit of packaging, but you know, it is what it is. So I just have this little box that I put all my little scraps in, and once it's full, I just start gluing them around anywhere they fit. So here, I don't know where this came from. I think this came with like a paper pack, journaling paper pack that I bought from somebody. Here I used a little scrap from doodle that one of my daughters made. Here is from that same kids encyclopedia. I put a recipe for chicken pot pie here that I made, and I made the crust and everything from scratch, and it was delicious. And I got the recipe from Nutrient Matters here on YouTube, and she's on Instagram too. And yeah, all her recipes that I've ever tried are really good. And then here we just made a dessert, like apples with chocolate and peanut butter. Oh, and then this little pocket I made using a tutorial by Natasha. I don't remember what the tutorial is called, but if I can find it, I will post it in the description box. But anyway, you fold the page in a certain way where it gives you multiple pockets, and that's what that is. Here I just used a printable doily, and I just did some written journaling about my girls. And we did a back to school photo shoot with a local photographer, and the pictures turned out so cute. I could not even choose which one to put on here, so they all made it on here, and that's what this print is. Here I just have a tab from a toothpaste box, some packaging or some tags from some clothing, a watercolor bookmark that one of my daughters made, and a chocolate wrapper. Again, I didn't want to cover the pictures or the pages that had pretty illustrations on them, so I left this one blank. And again, the poem, I just left it and I just put some packaging. I started making I don't know if you've seen them on YouTube, trash junk journals, but like actual trash. Things that you would for sure throw away if there is no memory attached to them. And that's how I ended up with this. And like, so that style of journaling was not for me. So I went through and ripped out all the pages and all the packaging that I actually wanted to keep. And since it was already cut, whatever. So I just glued them on here and stapled them. Like, this was some flowers that my husband bought for his mom. And yeah, so I just put them there. I took the girls to Old Navy, and I think it was their first time like actually trying on clothes in a fitting room and like going and picking all their own clothes. So they were excited about that. So I kept those just because they have a memory. And this one was funny. My craft room was clean last year. Sorry you missed it. So I put that there. Then here it was about, I don't know. It's like a resale store, and you take your clothes and then they tell you, oh, we'll give you this amount of money for all these clothes. And I journaled about it because, oh my God, what a pain in the butt. So I had my kids with me that day, and I was trying to carry these 6 boxes. One of the boxes falls on the road and spills. And like this guy was like, oh, let me help you with those boxes and all that. And I think they said, we'll give you $40. So never again. So I journaled this to be my promise. Like, I don't care. I will just donate this stuff. I've done it now a couple times, and the first time it was not as traumatizing because I didn't spill anything, but this time I cannot. The whole process, it took over an hour and maybe 2 hours. I don't know. It was just a mess. So promise to myself to just straight up donate whatever I have and not try to resell anything. Okay. A receipt from dinner that my husband took us out on. He is so spontaneous, and he's always like, oh, let's just go out. Let's go do this. And I'm very much a planner. So I always appreciate that he makes me come out of what's comfortable for me. And here we went on a little hike to a local, it's like a manatee viewing center, and basically you go and watch manatees, and they have a trail that you can walk. And yeah, so we went there, and they gave the girls a coloring page, so I used that. And I also have a journal with me video of how I put this page together. I have extra pictures here, a receipt from some stuff we bought, and then a pressed penny. Here is a poem that my daughter wrote, and I wrote like her age when she wrote it, and it's so cute. It's about a party and a pom-pom, and the hat goes missing. So they also asked me to buy this. This thing trips me out. It's like 3D, and depending which angle you hold it, it kind of bothers your eyes. Well, it bothers mine. But anyways, I took it there because after I bought it, they didn't want to do anything with it. So I have some journaling here about my baby and just her awesome personality. And then here is just some beautiful stickers that my son got into and wrinkled them all up. So the ones that were like salvageable, I just stuck them on here, and it looks pretty. And I like how the colors go with this. So it worked out. Here I just have some packaging. I liked the bright green on this, so I put it there. And then some, if you've seen my video on my current journal lineup, then there's a journal there. The, what is it called? The Quadrant journal from Everyday Explorers. And so this all came with that, and like on the packaging. And it was so cute. Like your Happy Meal is here, goodies inside, open here. And so I just kept it. And then here is just some journaling about my daughter's pen pal. I saved the envelopes. It has their address there. And then some coffee packaging. This is the girls at their dance recital. So I covered it up because it has the dance studio stuff. And yeah, so I just did some journaling. I saved the program with their names and then some pictures. And this page is very like flippy. So here I went with my oldest on a field trip to the airport, and I had the Florida Been There series mug, which is so cute, and I broke yesterday, so I'm bummed about, but I got my husband one for his hometown. So that's what the packaging is. So now he has one and I don't. And here I just have this envelope with some pictures and the business card from the guy that gave us the tour. And I had this cute little illustration of a plane. We did a scavenger hunt, so I grabbed this card that they had and I put an airplane illustration in the back and did my journaling on here. So I had these that I had punched out. I don't remember for what, but then I used them throughout this journal as little labels because they were just kind of floating around in the stack of ephemera. And then here is, oh yeah, some clay earrings and things that we did. Like that bakeable clay. So they were excited about their creations. This got glued in here. So this is double-sided on here and it doesn't work very well. But these are some flowers my husband got me or the girls, I can't remember. And so I just, right now it's just stapled. And then here, oh, they made a contract on adopting a dog. Like they were playing that they had a dog and it's just so cute. Like money adds up to $800 to adopt this dog. Jeez. And then, let's see, what is this? Oh, my daughter, she just wrote down a bunch of words that she knew how to spell. So, here's some makeup, new makeup that I bought, and then I just swatched it, which it kind of never dried. So, do not recommend. And this is just some packaging. This page also came from that trashy junk journal. I just stuck it on here because I already had it, but I after that quit the trash junk journal thing. So there's this song called The Fox Went Out on a Chilly Night. It's also a book. But then I saw this through like my stash of papers and, you know, all the paper stashes that we have. So I read The Fox and the Farmer. And so I read it and it's a lot more graphic than this song. The song is very sweet, even though the fox does eat all the keys. But yeah, anyway, so I was like, oh, how cool. So I kept that and I used it as a flip. But he's always saying, what's a cool trick? And he's obsessed with trucks. So then I just did journaling about that. He saw this truck when we came out of a store and he was like, oh my God, whose car is that? And so we just took a picture with it. This was Valentine's Day, so I just put like some wrappers of the candies and chocolates we ate. My husband got the girls like a little chocolate heart. And then I did some journaling in the back of the, you know, the chocolate swatch card. Not swatch, but sample card. I don't know what it's called. Some swatches here for some pencils that I bought. The Inktense pencils, which are like water soluble, and they were like half price because I got a used pack from Amazon, so that was a nice score. This pocket I didn't do anything with. I like the illustration, I just left it blank. My daughter is the sweetest and she like set up my coffee pot for me before work and wrote me the sweetest little note, and I just kept that there. Some doodles by the girls, and then here I have some journaling about my daughter and what a sweetheart she is and how she's just amazing. Here I have some packaging from some markers. I love the colors on here, so I just kept that flap and used it there. This is from an old Barbie dress. And then this is just from a shirt, a book page in the background, and just a collage of random stuff. And here's the negative of those things that I punched out earlier that I told you. I kept the negative and then I just put it through here. It looks cool because it looks like a what is the, like, glow in the dark party, but it was just a car wash. So the baby did not like it, but the girls had fun seeing like all the lights and the colors. Blank page. I thrifted some books, and in one of them it had this vellum envelope. I had some washi tape on my desk, so it ended up here. Sticker fell out of the sticker box, so it ended up there. Nothing is related. A scrap of from a bag of dates. I like the colors and the pattern. And so here I just put random extra pictures that I had. This is just a piece of art that my daughter did. This is a sketch I made of my mom, and before I painted it, I scanned it because I liked how it looked. So I put that there, and then this is just a little artsy page of my daughter, and here's her selfie for her self-portrait, and then her little, she looks like an artist in a studio, like that kind of vibe. And so I just used the gouache paint as a pocket, swatch card, little art thing she did. I stapled it on there. And then did I write? Yeah, I didn't do any journaling there very much. I made coconut shrimp curry and chickpeas and rice on the fly, and I was super impressed with myself, so I wrote down kind of like my own recipe there. One of my girls colored on this napkin so it wouldn't be boring, so I kept the napkin. Some what is it called? Drawings by my daughter. She made like all these outfits with their hats and the necklace and the shoes, and it's so cute. Like, I want to wear that. But maybe if it didn't say cool in the pants, I don't know, but it looks cute. I redid what used to be the playroom, and they had this colorful banner that was not very boyish, so I took it off and then I used it here, and I think I sewed it on. Yeah, I did. So that's sewed on there. I used a printable doily here. Here we have some art the kids did, and then some more packaging of some art supplies that we got. Blank pages. You can see how it's like not very comfortable to work on the journal anymore because I chunked it up so much. So some of the pages I just left blank. I figured in the meantime I could like brain dump on here, but if not, it's fine. This is a page about my daughter, and like just, she does archery, and she's 6 in the state right now out of 92 girls. So she's doing really good, and she loves it. And I did some journaling about that. Here she was at her tournament. Here's a recipe for strawberry shortcake, which is delicious. The recipe is from Broma Bakery, if you're interested. She has the best like dessert recipes. I meant to close this up and make it into a pocket so I can put a lot of those pictures my daughter gives me, but I guess they ended up somewhere else. Here I have some journaling about my babies and just like basically how much I love them and how they're so awesome. I did a coffee sketch here, and then it says, all that you need is love and coffee. Yes, agree. This is from that Barbie dress too that broke that I showed you earlier. We went on a field trip to some history museum thing. It was not that fun. It was like a little bit too old for their age right now. So yeah, that's the parking pass, and then I kept one of the pamphlets. So I built a chicken coop, and it is so cute, and now the girls want a clubhouse. So I may or may not have to do that, but they still just go in there now and play with the chickens. So I love this tree. It looks like the tree in front of our house. Like it's like a perfect roundish tree. Yeah, so I just kind of journaled around it. And then printable doily. This was from some siblings Bible study type book that I bought for them, and then it came with a card, and so I cut this out and put it there. And then here we have a zinnia packaging thing. This is from Dollar Tree, and they actually grow really well, so if you want to try growing some for $1 you get a bunch, and or you can get the smaller packs that are like, there is 4 packs for $1. And then I just made this little tag with some journaling. And yeah, nothing else. And here I made, there's this girl that made these things called TV cards, and she basically cuts out pictures that maybe are not like the prettiest focal point, but when you use them like this, they're like a pretty card for your journal. And basically she said, you know, it's like you're flipping through the channels and you get these random images. So it's just like TV cards. And I'll put the video in the description box. I have a lot of things that I said I will link, so hopefully I will remember them all. But yeah, basically you just sew around a scrap of paper and then you put your image, and there's a rooster there and she's running around. So I put it with my chicken coop spread because that's how I want to live, just chasing my chickens around some field. And let's see, so here's the girls helping me, but really, if you see all the pictures, it's like they took pictures most of the time and I did all the work. I'm right there in the back. I had this little illustration from a kids dictionary, and then another seed packet from some seeds we planted with more pictures of all the time that, oh, there's a duplicate picture there. Nice. And then I kept the reason it's so chunky is that I kept all my notes of how I was gonna build this coop. So when the chickens were little, like baby chicks, I put them in this little plate thing. So that's what this is. And then here's, you see, they just took pictures the whole time. And then I put some flowers in the little flower box that I built. So that's what this is, the tag from the flowers, which you can see right there. And I had a vintage window already, so that was cool that I was able to use that. So I have this chunky manual thing paper clipped in here. They went to a father-daughter dance, and this is some of the pressed flowers that he got them. And it was like a 1950s retro theme. So he dressed up, but the girls just wore their pretty dresses. And it was very cute. I made this, has extra pictures with a scrap. And then it's paper clipped right there. Let's see. Yeah, just printable doily. And then this said a fairy story, so I thought that was cute to do that there. I went to a thrift store and I got like this box of kind of like business size cards, but I thought they were all blank. And then when I was going through them, I found some that were like this one says complaint form. State the nature of your complaint in the box below. And it's just the tiniest little box. Some of them have a little bit of inappropriate cards or words, and my husband rated my butt, so I put that there. And then here I have some sketches, not sketches, but like drawings. She said fruit bowl, and they just cracked me up looking at them. Yeah, so I just have a bunch of doodles. Like she made this one talking about a bad guy and a good guy, or like the bad girl and the bad guy got married and they decided to make a business to be bad guys. I don't know, they're just funny. So, and those go in here. I might have to switch that. And then here, it was our anniversary and we went out to a local crab house, which we love. And they covered the table like with white paper, and we always play a game of dots when we go. So that's why I put like dots around here. Then we went out for ice cream, and my daughter wrote me a card and I put that there, and then my husband's card, and I glued it to the back of the journal. So I need to fix this. Let's see how this goes. Maybe there. So that is the completed journal. 4 months of memories. And yep, now I will start in my next one. This is bothering me. So yeah, if you have any questions about anything, feel free to let me know, and I will see you guys in my next flip through or my next video. Talk to you later. Bye.